About a year ago, I learned that I have something called PMDD, and it stands for premenstrual dysphoric disorder. And I feel like when most people think about PMS, they just think that women tend to be a little bit moodier or more emotional, which all of that can be true. But PMDD is a very severe form of PMS that goes way beyond just moodiness or having cramps. And the symptoms for me would last at least 1 to maybe 2 weeks before my actual period. And some of the symptoms that I was experiencing consistently were things like very severe mood swings, extreme irritability to the point where the smallest things would tick me off so much that I would start crying uncontrollably, depression and hopelessness. And at the time, it took my undiagnosed OCD systems to a whole new level. Like the anxiety would be through the roof. And the thing about PMDD is that it happens like overnight. Like you'll randomly wake up one day and you'll feel all of these things at once. And you're like, where is this coming from? Why am I feeling this way? And it's horrible because you know that you normally don't feel like this, but you can't help but feel that way. And for me, any emotion that I was experiencing, typically it would be something like sadness, anger, frustration. It would just be elevated to lengths that I never thought imaginable. And I actually worked really, really hard to try and lessen these symptoms on my own. I took the Dutch test, which is this super in-depth hormonal test to test the levels of every single one of your hormones during every single phase of your cycle. I tried changing my diet. I did all of the nervous system regulation techniques under the sun, but nothing worked. And this was the cycle that I would experience every single month, every 2 to 3 weeks. And I was miserable. And I'm really not exaggerating when I say living life was just not fun. And it just kind of felt like there was no solution to this. I really thought that I was doomed to live like this for the rest of my life. Then I got diagnosed with OCD in October of 2025, so about 4 months ago. After a lot of back and forth, I decided to start an SSRI this past January, so about 7 weeks ago. And it was funny because week 4 was the week when I really started to notice the changes that the medication was having on me. And that was also the week of my luteal phase. That entire week, I remember bracing myself, waiting for the PMDD symptoms to show up. And they never did. In fact, I remember I felt so good to the point where I was like, am I even in my luteal phase? Like, is my cycle different this month? But my period came the next week. And for the first time in literal years, I did not experience PMDD. And I owe it all to the medication that I'm taking. PMDD is one of those things that is really hard to describe to someone who doesn't go through it, because it literally feels like there is somebody else living inside of your mind trying to control you. No matter what you do, it won't go away until it decides to. And I do not wish that upon anyone. But I just wanted to share this because I know that I felt so alone when I was going through this. And I know for a fact that there are definitely other women out there who experience this too. And again, I really never thought that I would get to a place where I can go an entire month feeling good consistently. And I'm by no means saying that every woman should start taking an SSRI to feel better, but that was ultimately what it took for me. But PMDD is very, very serious. It can disrupt your relationships. It can disrupt your work, your routines, just your daily functioning overall. So it's definitely something that's worth looking into, because no woman deserves to experience what comes with PMDD.